sure deserves one. And when he's back from his break, you'll see his parts made in Japan. He is the modern man, so give him a break.
Okay, I've connected. Oops. I'm ready. I've connected the adapter here. I'm going to clip this on the pole there. And here we go. I think we're transmitting okay. It looks like it's working. If not, I've just wasted my time. Okay, so now I can hold this out. Got a bunch of things to talk to you guys about. First of all, it's been a long time since I made a video. Just been busy. I haven't even made an ASMR video. I've been doing a lot of teaching recently, so I've gotten into cryptocurrency. I've lost 6 kilograms in the last month by working out and watching my diet and not drinking and all. Today is June 10th and this is my dinner. Very simple. I had 1 banana and 1 piece of chicken before. We're gonna have some tofu, some pineapples, some chicken, 3 tomatoes, 1 cucumber, 1 piece of broccoli, and an apple. Maybe I'll have a bowl of cereal later. I'll let you know. Small bowl of cereal, okay? Right? Okay. What? What? Maybe make videos about all that later. Right now it's a Friday. And my wife is working, and she thought it's going to rain, so she wants me to go pick up the car from her workplace and pick up the kids, which I like to do. I like to do when I can. I like to spend as much time with the kids as I can, because soon, you know, they're still toddlers, and soon they're going to be so old. They're still really cute, you know. And yeah, I'm aware that other people's kids are not cute. So look in the back there, you'll see I'm carrying umbrellas. Oh, here's some belts. These are where, look, you got a lock, a belt, and an umbrella. Japan always has weird stuff just lying on the ground. So I'm going to pick up. It was supposed to rain all day today. It's supposed to rain later. Maybe it'll rain later. I was supposed to go. It smells like a sauna. Oh, look at that. It smells like stale water. I was supposed to, it's supposed to rain, so I'm going to pick up the car and go directly to the nursery school, pick up my daughter, and then pick up my son. Anyway, boring stuff, but stuff that a father's got to do, and stuff that I enjoy doing. Kind of my priority these days, trying to be the good father, putting aside the things I want to do. But I do have a lot of things on my mind, things that I think about all the time. Oh yeah, I've been reading a lot too recently. I finished World War Z. Oh, there's a grave. Look at that. That's a terrible little gravesite there, huh? There's the Appa Hotel, known for being racist. They've got books. You know how they got Bibles in American hotels? Well, in Japan, the Appa hotels have these history books that rewrite the Japanese-Chinese relationship. So that's kind of funny. Okay, so a bunch of things I want to talk to you guys about. I've been making a list of. Yes, Cosby. Bill Cosby was released just 2 days ago. Isn't that crazy? There's a crow up there. I'll try to take you on a different street today. And man, I tried telling students about this, but nobody seems to know about this in Japan. I remember when I first came to Japan, some people seemed to know about the Cosby Show, but now nobody really knows about it. There's a Philippine club. Huh. There's actually Philippine clubs here, where all the girls are Filipinos. Not a good stereotype, but sometimes certain groups of women from certain countries are brought over to work in these industries, right? Servicing men or making men feel better. Let me put this on here. I'm just going to put this down for a second and adjust my. There. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay. Bill Cosby, yes. He was freed. Oh my God. So that was a shock. I didn't even know that was a possibility, right? For him to be freed, but I guess it was. And apparently he wasn't exonerated. And the woman who plays his wife on the Cosby Show, she put out a tweet saying, "Yay, finally, an injustice has been undone," or something crazy like that. Oh, here's some sound guys over here. I guess they're going to be playing some music today. One guy was not wearing a mask like me. Most people wear masks. I should be wearing a mask. Someone gave me shit for wearing a mask in the gym when I was the only person in the gym when I got there the other day. But you gotta wear a mask in the gym. It's the rules. They have cameras and stuff. And to be honest, I don't even notice it anymore, so it doesn't even bother me. But here's the funny thing about the Cosby dilemma. There's something in my shoe. Something in my shoe here. Hold on. Something in my shoe. I'm gonna throw these socks away. Look at these. I've noticed. You ever put on a pair of socks and you're like, oh, this is the last time I'm gonna wear them. Yeah, I put on these socks this morning. Hadn't worn them in a while. Noticed there's a hole in them. You just saw my hole. That was embarrassing. Yeah. So Cosby Show, not a big deal at all here. He's not exonerated, but apparently he's going to be toxic in Hollywood. And he's old as hell. I mean, how much can he do these days, right? Remember when Jerry Lewis got really old? Nobody really cared about him anymore. He kind of just faded away. I think that's what's going to happen to Bill Cosby. It's a shame for all the women that he victimized. Of course, he's never admitted guilt at all his whole time. So there's that, I guess some people, I was looking at the pictures of him leaving jail, some young white woman and some middle-aged black guy, and everyone's smiling. I guess they believe in him. So, I mean, nobody really knows. I mean, we just read the news, right? But they tend to believe the 36 women or so who accuse them of rape, right? Where there's fire, where there's smoke, there's fire. You know the expression. Anyway, so I brought this up to my students today. We like to discuss world news, and my students are pretty well versed in the news. And it was funny because, first of all, they didn't know anything about him, but they said, okay, he's a comedian, right? We don't care about comedians in Japan. We kind of expect them to rape people. I said, what? It was just insane to me. But another woman in the class said, no, that's not true. She goes, well, it's just like because of the Me Too movement, people getting arrested for just touching people. And I don't think that's right. I said, I'm pretty sure no one's been arrested for touching people. I think you're exaggerating a bit. You want to go that way, but you want to go that way. Oh. So a few weeks ago, when I passed by this area, I think these were all flowers. If you look back at the last video, actually, it's about a month ago. These were all flowers, and now they're all gone. Oh, but look at that. There is a cocoon of some sort. Oh. I don't know, maybe not. Okay. Here are trucks. Anyway, so not a big deal here in Japan, but what they didn't, when I told my wife about it, she couldn't believe that he got off on a technicality. Like, it didn't make any sense to her at all. And I guess it doesn't really make. I mean, when someone's guilty, they're guilty, right? People shouldn't get off on technicalities, and I think the American criminal system is a little bit too lenient when it comes to things like that. Okay, maybe when prosecutors screwed up like they did in this case, you shouldn't get the death penalty, but jingle parlor. But you shouldn't go free. I mean, 36 women or something, right? Was it over 30 women? Come on, that's quite a bit. That's crazy, right? So there's that. That's the first thing I want to talk to you about. I got a list here, so. Oh yeah, here's something I thought was interesting. So David Geffen donated $150 million to Yale University, and now all drama students from here on out forever, I guess, won't have to pay tuition. And I thought that is great. It's starting to rain. Shit. It's starting to rain. which means, and I gotta tie my shoes a little bit. The shoe with the holy sock. I guess I better take out the, oops. Better take out the umbrella. The good umbrella. The new umbrella that I bought that made me happy. It's funny how a silly, small purchase can make you happy. Oh no. Got caught on. There we go. Well, let's keep going. Let's keep it going. Yeah, I just thought it was amazing that a donation of $150 million could do that, right? Because that doesn't seem like that much money. What do you think? $150 million comparatively? When you think about all the people who get super loaded, super rich, you hear about them all the time, right? People have $150 million these days is nothing, right? You know what I'm talking about. But that's all it took to make tuition free. So I thought every university must have some guy like that who can donate like $150 million to each school. And the school, basically universities are free for people who are qualified, for people who get scholarships and stuff. I think that'd be the way to go. But, I'm sure what I'm saying is probably naive on some level. But still, oh, look at this building. This building used to have, this is a TV tower, a TV station of some sort. I forget what it's called. I think they're tearing it apart. このビルって昔何だった？
CBC テレビ。
あ、そう。もうなくなった？
内装。
ああ、本当。あ、CBC 書いてあるね。Yeah, I forgot it. CBC television. So they're renovating the inside. 内装. He said 内装. 内装 is the inside. Anyway, I think university should be free if you're qualified. At least the people who can't afford it, right? I mean, Americans screwed up like that. But something interesting about Japan is that Japanese university is comparatively very cheap to what university costs in Japan. I went to New York University, and my tuition, I believe, back in the day was $15,000 a year. I think I checked a year ago or so, just out of curiosity. And I like when they line up all the sake like that here. Out of curiosity, I checked. Is it not raining again? God damn it. And it was up to like maybe, I want to say 50,000. Oh, this goes longer. So I'll put this in here. I don't know if let me just stop here and keep it wobbly, keep it from being so wobbly. Okay, let's put that there. Anyway, that's number 2 on the list. Next I want to talk to you about, this is my pet peeve. I don't know why, but I always go to Yahoo to see the top stories. And it's so disappointing. It just makes me feel like, they are aiding in the dumbing down of America. They're complicit. They're accomplices. Why do they continuously promote shit that's just so unimportant? Like, what some TikTok star said or something, or someone, or you know what's always weird? Why are they always promoting like Elizabeth Hurley's bikini pics and Sharon? Now recently it's Sharon Stone, or any basically has-been waitress who's in her 60s, 70s, or 80s, who puts on a bikini, like she still looks pretty good. People are like, oh, look at this. And I hate the titles that say something like, they say some loud statement, some provocative statement, and they say something like, and our hearts are breaking. Or, Ken Reeves, however you say his name, did this, and we can't get enough of it. Just, really, we? Why is it we? It's not we. It's you people at Yahoo who do all this gossip bullshit. But that's not news. Like all those all those stories about Instagram reactions. Like someone wrote something on Instagram and someone else reacted to it and they got angry about something. And then they got to do a whole news story on the front page of Yahoo. So I feel like we should have more. We should have an option to have a source of news that is really news, not that shit. That's depressing. Anyway, just a little pet peeve. Here's the bus here. Buses are very, very punctual here. Incredibly punctual. Okay. Oh, here's something else. Here's some good news. I'm a big movie buff, right? A big TV show buff. So I've been exercising a lot recently. I was running about 10 kilometers a day on the treadmill, which is different, I know. But one reason is that I could watch Netflix on it at my gym, right? So they got these treadmill machines where you can hook up your earphones on Bluetooth and watch whatever you want at the same time. And I thought, okay, that's cool. So I'll watch some stuff that I would never usually watch. And I read World War Z. And after reading that, one of the chapters on Japan, actually, they have a little, it's kind of written in a documentary form. It's a pretty good book. One of the sections talks about this otaku nerd in Japan who, discovers, he becomes a zombie killer, right, basically. At the beginning, he's kind of a weakling and a loser. But by the end of that chapter, he's like a killer, right? Zombie killer, specifically. And it reminded me of a Korean show, a Korean movie called Alive, or in Japanese is Ikiteru. But it's actually Korean, so I don't know what the original title is. But it's called Alive or Ikiteru. And the story of it reminds me very much of the World War Z section on Japan. Oh wow, look at that. I love seeing construction sites. Very cool. So I went back and started rewatching that, and then I got bored because I've already seen it. Then I noticed another show called Sweet Home, and it's a like Evil Dead type of TV series made by South Korea, and it's pretty cool. Like it's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of interesting characters. It's got a Yakuza character, and what's this stuff? It's got a Yakuza character and a crazy old woman who lost her child character. It's got a suicidal otaku character. It's got all these interesting characters. They're all a lot of fun. And for some reason, they never really explain. People in Korea are all becoming monsters little by little, right? So this series follows that along, and it's pretty fun. So I highly recommend it. I don't know if they have it on American Netflix, but El Jardín. Oh, Spanish restaurant. Look at that. The Garden. You know what's funny about Japan? They brag about, oh, is that Peru? Is that the Peruvian flag? I can't really tell. I should know the Peruvian flag, but I don't really know because I'm not really into Peru, even though I was born there. Let me say, it's amazing that I can't tell right off the bat. It looks like a Spanish restaurant, though. They've got a rack of, they've got a pig's leg there. Maybe not. Anyway. This is interesting. Let's go down here and check it out. That's what I love about Japan, right? These little side streets where they have something to worship with. Oh, this place. This place is beautiful. Is it open? No. Look at that. You guys can see better than me. I can't go in there. So, beautiful garden. Yeah. Is it beautiful? I don't know. Okay. Well kept. So going to the gym every morning recently. On my way back from the gym, I have a little garbage bag and I try to pick up garbage in my neighborhood. For some reason, Japan is pretty clean, but for some reason in my neighborhood there's quite a bit of garbage. It's quite frustrating to see. I'm cleaning up a little bit that way. My muscle, this is a French restaurant. Let's take a look in there. It's empty. There's one guy in the back there and doing work. Guess they're not open yet. Huh. Anyway, let's get back to these. So yeah, I got on this series called Sweet Home, and it's pretty cool. I recommend it. Okay. Then other things that are really cool that are happening is they're finally making the Bada Bing, the Sopranos prequel called Bada Bing, and the guy who plays Tony Soprano, his son, I forgot what's his name. I forgot his name now. As soon as I start talking to the camera, I forget things that I should know. But his son, Tony Soprano's the actual actor who died probably from a cocaine overdose, I think in Spain years ago. His son is going to be playing him as the younger version of Tony Soprano. So it's pretty cool, and he does I've seen the trailer. It's amazing. It really looks like him. Of course, the original writer and creator David Chase, he's behind the whole thing. So that's good. We're gonna get here we go. So that's good. So it looks good. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that. Apparently it's coming to the theaters. I thought it was going to be a TV series, but apparently it's going to be a movie. And we get to see younger versions of all our favorite characters from the old days. So that looks like it's going to be fun. What trailers have you guys excited? I love The Sopranos. That was a great show. So, but yeah, if there are any trailers like that have you excited, let me know. I was really excited to see F9 last year, but now that all this time has passed, I kind of don't care anymore. I'll probably just wait till it's streamed. I still want to see, I'm still into the Marvel stuff, so I'm looking forward to seeing, what's it called, the Shang-Li in this September, I think. And then, of course, the Black Widow movie coming out next week, I think July 9th. But yeah, what are you guys excited to see? Leave in the comments. Oh, of course, here, speaking of going back to Instagram, speaking of Instagram, let's go that way. Let's go this way. This is a kind of a nice neighborhood. Speaking of Instagram, oh yeah, you know what? I'll tell you something kind of funny. So, my ex-girlfriend lives in this neighborhood. She has a building, and this is like 20 years ago. And I've met her parents and stuff years ago. And after I made the last video, I didn't realize I actually walked right past her house on my way to my wife's company. And on my way, oh, look at this beautiful neighborhood. Oh, it's a temple or a shrine or something. Right next to a super modern office building. It's interesting. Look at this, like a hippie van and stuff. Oh, and they have the Coke. These are little things people make out of cans. See? They're pretty cool, huh? I like that. Anyway, I walked by her house. What is this place? What kind of temple? Look at that. And her dad was sitting on the porch outside. It's like a three or four story building, and they own the whole building. And he was sitting on his balcony, like on the second, must be 3 stories, on the second story, and kind of the stairwell. And it's a house, but it looks kind of like an apartment. But he was sitting out there, and he had aged so much, but I still recognized him. Like I remember his face. Even though it's been, I haven't dated that woman for 25 years or so. Did I say 20 years before? 25 years, yeah, it's been a long time. But I still recognize his face. I was surprised, and I was like, oh, it's him. But he was all gray, and it was really sad. He was just sitting, because he's like he must be, I guess he must be 70 or 75. 80. Oh, I guess he's 80 now. Yeah, I guess he must be about 80. But he was sitting out there looking like, you know how like you see old people who just sit out there and just stare into space like nothing? That's what it was like. It was really depressing. I was like, wow, he looked just so sad, you know? Anyway, but I digress. Speaking of TikTok and Instagram, you know I digress a lot on these videos. This is a laundry video after all. Speaking of Instagram, the one thing I can't really quite accept, and I myself have trouble with, this is a bento store, so they sell boxed lunches here. Looks like it's been around a while. Is the body positivity thing, which I guess is good, but I can't really accept it, you know, even though I know in my head it's good. Like, I go to the gym and I've been working out, I've lost 6 kilograms and I feel very healthy. Ran 4 kilometers to this morning, you know, did 33 pull-ups yesterday. I'm getting my strength back, you know, after my tendon injuries this past January. But I take off my shirt, and I gotta admit it. I gotta admit to you guys, I don't feel like this is what I want to show anybody. Like I don't feel confident. I don't feel like, I don't like my body. Okay. And I saw some woman on, of course, promoted by Yahoo. I saw some woman who was talking about her daughter, saying, "Mommy, you don't wear this type of shirt because you don't like your body, right?" And she goes, "Yeah, I don't like my body. I'm trying to be more positive and talk to my body and accept my body." And I'm like, if that's not the body you want, I don't think you have to accept it or be positive about it, you know? I mean, if there's like there's a famous, if you type in body positivity into Google, you'll find all these pictures. There's a picture of a very big black woman on the cover of like Vogue or something, and she looks great, very sexy and everything, but she's wearing a dress, she's all dressed up, she looks great. But does she feel sexy? I mean, is that the body she wants? Maybe so. Then great for her. But personally, I can't quite, I mean, this is a stupid conversation because I guess if somebody else feels that way, then somebody else feels like that way, right? Somebody else likes that, then they like it. There's nothing you can really do or say about it, right? So, but me personally, it just seems, I don't, you know, maybe they're just better than me somehow, or they're more, what's it called? Maybe they're more healthy, in a healthier place mentally, but personally, that's not the body I want. And for me, it's not even the body. I'm not where I want physically. Like, my goal has been for over a year now to try to do 10 beautiful pull-ups in a row, to bench maybe 110. I can bench, you know, on camera, I think I benched 103. Well, I forget how much it was. 105, whatever. Last year, I did a video on that. That was, you know, I got over a mental block there, so that's good, but it's still not where I want to be. I have these goals. Anyway, all this, I think there's a line. Body positivity is all good and well and good, but if it's taxing your heart and is putting you in a dangerous, you know, health situation, I don't think it's good. I don't think we should be promoting that. And I know this is not a popular thing to say. So, I suppose I should apologize, but which way to go? I'm not sure. This way looks a little more interesting. So yeah, body positivity, I don't know. I mean, you get what you get, right? But not everybody gets what they get. Like, some people have a choice of changing their body and changing it into the way they want to. Right now, you know the other thing about social media that doesn't make any sense is, you know that girl, I forgot what her name is, but there's some girl, maybe Busy Phillips, I don't know her, some blonde. I think she's in that song, like the movie series about singing, right? And I think they go to Australia. I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, there's some fat chick, okay? I'll just be very clear. Who recently started losing a lot of weight. And everyone's like congratulating her, right? I mean, she was fat for years and now she's losing all this weight. And the whole, I don't know. thing I don't quite get about body positivity is that you're supposed to be fine, right, with being fat and everything, but once a very fat person starts losing, oh, nice little road here, starts losing all this weight, everyone starts congratulating them, which is to imply that you look better. But maybe it's not that. Maybe it's that they made a conscious decision to want to change what they wanted, right? So that means they're no longer happy with their body, right? I don't know. Oh, all these cars are lined up to pick up the kids, I think. Yeah. So there's a school over there. Maybe a Hoike, where people are picking up the kids. I'm getting closer to our goal here. This video is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Here's a beautiful store. Oh, look at that. They got a black character over there. See that black character? That's culturally inappropriate. Huh. I like the piggy banks. Okay, so here we are. All these cars are lining up to pick up their kids. It's starting to rain a little bit more. Speaking of things I don't quite understand, maybe you guys heard about the casting of the Ancient One. Her name is, I forgot her name, Tilda Swinton. She plays the Ancient One in the Doctor Strange movies. It's starting to rain now. And apparently, what's his name? The head of Marvel, I'm going to wear this now. He recently said he regretted casting her. And she reached out to Margaret Cho to talk about that. And said, can you please explain it to me? And apparently even asking about even asking the question, what's the problem, is in itself a sign of white, or it's evidence of white privilege. Now, a lot of you think I'm white, but I was raised in America, and people always ask me, where are you really from? So I've always been considered, the beautiful flowers here. Oh, there's a cat. Hello, cat. Who's giving me flowers? Okay. People have always asked me, where are you really from? So I've always kind of felt, and always white people, right? I always felt a little bit outside, or I've always felt a little bit like I'm not white, not accepted exactly. But I've had a lot of friends, and a lot of people didn't bat an eye. And as you can hear from my voice, I have no Latino accent. But there have been on more than one occasion, a white person has said, oh, you're from Peru. I thought I heard an accent, which of course is not true because I have no accent. At least, I don't have a Latin accent. I don't have a Peruvian accent or whatever. So anyway, the whole Tilda Swinton thing was interesting to me. This is one weird thing about Japan. People just hang up toys everywhere. Yeah, that was interesting to me because I never thought I thought that was kind of a cool choice to cast her as the Ancient One. But apparently it was not cool with Asians. But you know what? The other funny thing about that is these kinds of controversies. Maybe you remember Scarlett Johansson was in the movie Ghost in the Machine, which I never got around to watching. But even with that movie, the Asians that protested were not Japanese. The Japanese people could care less about stuff like that. They really don't care. They think Scarlett Johansson's great. They think it's cool. She's going to be in a movie with Pita Takeshi and other, Japanese actors or whatever. The whole story's getting picked up by Hollywood, or the whole manga's being adapted. They think it's cool. But Asians in the West get all upset about it, and maybe that's the correct way to be. Maybe they should get upset about it. I don't know. Anyway, kind of interesting thing. Again, something I don't quite understand. Just like I don't understand the body positivity stuff. All right. Another thing that, of course, surprised me was hearing about, what's his name, Alan Weisselberg, getting charged with the Trump Organization, because I never thought that was going to happen. So I'm very shocked that happened. Is it the beginning of the end for Trump? Only time will tell. But yeah, it doesn't look good for him. We're going to see what happens. Michael Cohen's been on TV a lot talking about that recently, and that is interesting, but again, still too soon to tell. But people in Japan are talking about it a little bit. By the way, if you're interested in the word indicted, I have to tell my students it's not indicted, it's indicted. The C is silent. That's kiso in Japanese, kiso. Kiso sareta. Kiso sareta. So I suppose it's you're arrested. No, first you're investigated. They were confused as the order. You're investigated, then you are arrested, and then you are indicted. But I'm not really sure what the difference between indicted and charged is. I think they're the same. Maybe indicted is just a little bit more formal. I'm not sure how that works. Oh, baseball players up ahead, all jogging. That's interesting. Baseball players, by the way, guys, in Japan have the most strenuous exercise routine regime exercise regime in the world. It's just amazing. Why is it green there? I'm just gonna run, man. It's green there for cars, but not people. Yeah, the exercise regime. I have one of my students was a college, just a high school player. He told me it's like grueling. It's like literally, I think he told me like 8 hours a day. It's like, and he described like they do it like 1,000 squats a day for weeks at a time. It's crazy. Anyway, Surfside, Florida, Miami. As of Wednesday, which is 2 days ago, 18 people have been confirmed dead. That's the big news from Japan, from America in Japan. Everyone has asked me about that. They know my parents live in Japan, in Florida. Whoa, shit. Whoa. Whoa. Here we go. Watch out, watch out. Watch out. I think these are the end. That's the last guy. Okay. Oh, so Ohtani. Speaking of baseball, this is a good segue. Ohtani is, of course, you guys must know if you follow baseball. He is a superstar and very much a hero of Japan. But one of my students is like, he's boring. He's like Superman. He's too perfect, so it's not interesting. But he's a really good guy, and a good pitcher, and a good hitter. They told me, but one of the students said, oh, but recently he's put on weight since he's gone to America, because American food makes you fat. I'm like, well, what does he weigh? And she said he weighs, by the way, Ohtani is 6 foot, a little over 6 foot tall. I think he's like I want to say 87 centimeters tall, I'm not sure. But I think you can look it up. Put it in the comments if you look it up. And she said he weighs 102 kilograms, which I kind of doubt. Because that'd be way too big. But I have heard that I've read books about, there's a great book, fudge. There's a great book about Japanese baseball. And I can't remember the title, but it's super famous. And it talks about the differences about, it's written by an American baseball player who came over here and played baseball here in Japan. Anyway, but they talk about how, the Japanese they really wear out their players. Like pitchers, they destroy pitchers' arms. Okay guys, looks like my battery ran out, so I had to stop. So anyway, thanks for watching. Starting to make a lot of videos in July because I'm gonna have more time. But I do appreciate you watching. Feel free to leave your comments. I do love reading your comments. Really enjoy that. Yeah, I've been very interested in I'm not that interested in Ohtani, but I'm impressed that he seems like he's doing a kick-ass job. So good for him. I am very interested in my health. Recently, in the Japanese language. Recently, I've been reading books again for the first time in years, and I'm very interested in cryptocurrency. So you can look out for videos on those subjects soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. You guys be cool. Hope you're all happy. And I need a haircut. Look at that. I'm starting to look like Doctor Strange myself, huh? See you soon, guys.
Give me a break, man. Give me a fake man. Give me a break, man. Give me a break, man.